called a half-ton ore cart. First they laid the tracks, then they loaded it up and pushed and pulled it themselves. But it wasn't long before they adopted the use of mules and donkeys in the mines, and they called them links, like links in a chain. It was so dangerous and expensive to load the links down the vertical shafts. Once they came underground, they didn't return till light of day, so it was too old or too sick to work any longer. Coming up on our left is what replaced the links underground. This is called a track mucker. This time the miners laid the tracks right up to the face where it was blasted out with some explosives. And the mucker was run by locomotion when it rammed at a high speed to fill up the bucket. And the operator would raise the bucket up, and at the top of the arc is going to fling the ore, landing in the back part, which holds up to 3 tons. Now coming underground, the miners felt like they were coming down into the great belly of the beast, and many of the mining terms they came up with 160 years ago we still use today. One example of that is the front of the mine tunnel is called the face. The top is the back or the backbone, and the side walls are the ribs. This area here is called crosscut. We use that for storing our tools and equipment and turning around our vehicles. It's allowed by California state highway laws, which apply underground as well. The dimensions of the tunnel is 12 by 15 feet, and that's accommodating our modern day haul truck, which holds up to 20 tons. Here on our left, we have our smaller 5-ton version. And most of our underground equipment, the operator sits sideways. That's because they spend a lot of time backing up, and it's a lot safer for them to do so simply looking sideways.
So because of safety, we keep all of our air and water lines up. We have these hooks we put in there just for that purpose, and we'll stream our water, our air hoses through those, so nothing's left on the forward line. Then 1942 came along, and the government actually shut down all the gold mines. That's when we joined the World War II. So behind each one of these square plates is one of these rock bolts, and these put over 1,000 pounds of pressure back on the walls of the mine. So we use those, and those keep the rocks tightly in place. The big ones, now little ones are still going to come down. That's why we insist you wear a hard hat. So once they see him pass out, the miners would actually put the bird in his pocket, and when they got close to surface, that bird would wake up and flutter around. But the coal miners, their birds were indigenous to the area, they just left them in the mine. Now, because not all guys could afford that canary, they also relied on the rats. Rats followed them into the mine because they were eating their lunches. But rats are natural gas detectors. So good, everybody, hold your hand up right in front of your face. You see your hands? And just hold them there. Wow. And this thing is very powerful and very loud. So it's 4 minutes we can drill 6 feet. That's the same amount that a single jacker would do his entire shift. Being so powerful though, the loudness is 135 decibels. Your hearing loss starts at 90. So they've updated the requirements for ear protection, internal and external, but even with this loud thing, it doesn't work bad at all.